Hey guys, Zennosh here and welcome to Exos Heroes. And today it's time to talk about the Choice FateCore Raid banner of the Blue FateCore Hero units that's going to be coming on this upcoming Monday, June 14th. And that's going to last until June 21st, Monday. As you can see right over here that we have got the option of picking one out of the 6 Blue FateCore Hero units. One being Blue FateCore Topaki on the top left. Who is going to provide buff to the Northbound Frosty team. Next one is going to be the Blue FateCore Raquel, that's going to provide the buff to the Leno team. Then we have got Blue FateCore Baraka for the Wasted Red. We have got Blue FateCore Yao for the Exos Republic. Then we have got FateCore Iden for the Greenland team. And then finally we have got Blue FateCore Sabrina, who is going to provide buff to the attack type hero units in the game. Alright, so that is pretty unique, isn't it? Now that said, Blue FateCore hero units will have 0.5% drop rate chance from their own banner. And then after doing 28 core mileages, or let's say 28 multi-summons, you will be able to get them for free, just like that. All right, so yeah, that's said and done. Now let's start reviewing them one by one, because the main question is, who are we supposed to select? Who are we supposed to pick? Because we can only select one out of these 6 units. All right, so now let's start with the Blue FateCore Topaki. He is going to provide the buff to the Northbound Frosty team. For example, if you actually manage to get quite really lucky, getting a lot of Shofragan, and your Northbound Frosty signature force tree is really super good, then well, like you can actually start going for the Blue FateCore Topaki so that you can boost your Northbound Frosty team even further. Think about it, alright? Because when we are talking about the Northbound Frosty team, they are actually a pretty solid and very powerful team as well. We have got FateCore Shifrakan, we have got FateCore Valentina as the core unit members, alright? And then after that one, if you can actually do the things that you are required, you can actually kind of win the battle really easily. Our FateCore Valentina is like a ticking time bomb. As soon as she uses her skills, she actually rips out all the mana of the opponents, and then she's gonna make them unable to recover any kind of mana at all. So you actually kind of get easy victory out there, because if the opponents don't have any kind of mana, they're pretty much useless, right? So yeah, that's the really good advantage of the Northbound Frosty team, and FateCore Topaki is actually going to improve that performance out there. That's it. The next unit in the list is gonna be the Blue FateCore Raquel. He is actually meant for Lenum, and if you have actually built up really good for the Lenum team as well as its signature force, then guess what guys, you can actually totally start getting the Blue FateCore Raquel. As a unit himself, he's totally trash, alright, but as a Blue FateCore buff, it's a really good buff for the Lenum team, and most of the people are really using the Lenum team. Why? Because it's pretty popular and they are really good at bloodbath. Yes, they actually consist of those kind of heroes, like let's say Raquel, we have got Baraka, we have got FateCore Jeon, and so on and on, who are so good at nuking the opponents out there, and it's gonna be so much fun using them in the battlefield, especially FateCore Jeon, who actually keeps on getting the turn reset over and over again, as long as he keeps on getting the successful kills, and that is so cool indeed, right? That said, now there is this another advantage with the Raquel out here. The Blue FateCore Raquel, he is the general himself. So if you're already satisfied with the Blue FateCore buff that he has already provided to your team, then well, guess what, you can use those extra copies of the Raquel in order to further improve and boost your signature force of Lenum team. Think about it. You can further boost. That means you will be able to deal more signature force damage, you will be able to provide more stats boost to your Lenum units, alright, and so on, and which is actually going to improve the performance of your entire units much better, especially that attack speed boost that you are actually going to be getting through the signature force. Okay, so that is great indeed. So yeah, when we are talking about the Blue FateCore Raquel, he's killing 2 birds with 1 stone. He has way more advantage than compared to any other Blue FateCore hero units out there, because he's a general on the first place. The next unit is gonna be Blue FateCore Baraka. Well, if you are totally focusing on the Wasted Red team, you have got FateCore Radley, FateCore Garf, and so on and on, who are really kind of very impressive units out there in the battlefield, and your Wasted Red team is actually kind of strong as well, thanks to a lot of guards that you actually managed to get, which allowed you to improve the signature force of the Western Red. Then at that time, if you have a solid Western Red team, then I would say please go for the FateCore Baraka, because like when we are talking about the blue FateCore buff of the Western Red team that's provided by blue FateCore Baraka, he can actually improve the HP stats of the Western Red team by really significant margin. Okay, if I'm not wrong, it's about 30% boost, in HP, which is going to be a really great help for the FateCore Radley. Why? Because blue Fate, like our FateCore Radley has this second active skill that actually keeps on improving. The amount of boost that it provides keeps on improving depending upon his own stats. Okay, if his HP stats keeps on improving, then he is going to provide even more HP boost to the entire team. And if he's going to have more defense stats, then he's going to provide even more defense boost to the entire team. And 30% of HP boost from the blue FateCore buff of blue FateCore Baraka out here is no joke. It's no joke, man. It's no joke, all right? And thanks to those kind of improvement in the skill 2 of the FateCore Radley, your game can be much, much easier for you. So obviously, it seems like that the second best option that you can totally pick from this banner is going to be the blue FateCore Baraka, because like he has that really good synergy going on effect with the FateCore Radley, one of the amazing unit in the game indeed. Now that said, the next unit is going to be the blue FateCore Yao. Well, she's going to provide the buff to the Stories Republic, and that is going to belong to our like gold FateCore Jinai. We have got gold FateCore Shell, right? And finally, we have got gold FateCore Jin as well. Yes, you heard me right. Now, our gold FateCore Jin is going to receive an amazing core reverse upgrade that is actually going to improve his performance real good. So definitely the Stories Republic is coming back into the limelight, and that means obviously getting the blue FateCore Yao is not a really bad option. Okay, it's pretty good. Think about it, that how much stats that you can actually improve for your Stories Republic. So yeah, that's all there is to it. As a unit wise, not really that great unit. Next is gonna be the blue FateCore Iden. Okay, so what's up with the blue FateCore Iden is that like he's going to provide the boost to the Greenland team, and obviously you know that the Greenland team is one of the most used team as well with that gold FateCore Rera, and we have got the gold FateCore battery lead, right? And they can actually deal some really great damage out there in the battlefield with so much effectiveness. So that's the thing. And if you want to improve their effectiveness even further, then well, guess what? Use the this blue FateCore Iden, all right? And we even have got like other impressive units like FateCore Tantalo, we have got FateCore Talia, right, and so on and on. It's like the Greenland team is totally blessed with some of the amazing units in the game. So yes, getting the blue FateCore Iden, not really bad option as well. But as a unit himself is totally a trash. Next is gonna be the blue FateCore Sabrina. Well, she is really amazing unit. I mean, like a wifey unit, right? But as a unit herself, not really that great, totally trash. Not gonna talk about her. The main point that she is actually going to have is that like she is going to provide the buff to the attack type units. Like the hero units really do not need to belong to a particular nation like any other blue FateCore hero units out here. All right, like as long as they are of the attack type, like let's say out here, our Raquel is the attack type unit, right? So that was like he is actually going to get the buff thanks to the blue FateCore Sabrina. And we have got other units like we have got Scarlet, we have got Battery, we have got Sabrina herself, and so on and on. So that's the advantage out there. But thing is that like the boost provided by the FateCore Sabrina is kind of limited to 6.30% of attack boost to all the attack type units. Yeah, and that's all there is to it. Not much. Whereas our other hero units are going to provide not only the attack boost but also like a defense boost and HP boost as well, together with the combat power boost. So yeah, a lot more advantage with them, I would say. Okay, so anyways, the rest is totally up to you. Like, what do you need? Like, if you have already built up like some of the teams out there, like let's say you're already done with your Lenom team and we have already managed to get that blue FateCore Raquel, we have already managed to like max out your Lenom signature force, and like let's say you have already also got like blue FateCore Baraka a lot, and then like you have already provided a blue FateCore buff to your Western Red team, you are pretty satisfied with it, and then like you have also like a very strong Western Red team, then well, you can actually start looking out for the other options out here, like which is the nation that you still gotta work out on and you think that you might be keeping on using, because like lately the Exos Republic is definitely going to get the highlight. So that said, Blue FateCore Yao has that really amazing potential, okay, in order to improve your gaming performance. So yeah, that's that. Anyways, in the end, definitely the best choice out here is definitely going to be the Blue FateCore Raquel, especially if you have not actually still managed to come up with a really good Lenum team and you really want to build up the Lenum team, because like he's two birds with one stone, and that's a lot of advantage that you just cannot ignore. All right, the next best is definitely going to be the Blue FateCore Baraka, because he has this amazing synergy going on with the Gold FateCore Radley in order to improve his second active skill, defense wise and especially the HP wise, right? And the next unit that is definitely going to be the Blue FateCore Iden, because Greenland is one of the most popular team out there, and well, can you actually really see any kind of teams out there who actually don't use battery? Usually most of the team really do use battery. So when you have battery, then well, you actually remember the Blue FateCore Iden. And the next is gonna be the Blue FateCore like this Topaki, right? I think I've already told about the Blue FateCore Yao. Oh, well, yeah. Blue FateCore Yao is the next ride. Yes, because the Exos Republic is on the rise, all right? And the Gold FateCore Gene is actually make that happen. Next is going to be this Blue FateCore Topaki. And then finally, the Blue FateCore Sabrina. Yes, Blue FateCore Sabrina on the lost, okay? Just try to focus on your main, like nations fast. Now that's it and done, guys. That is pretty much it. I would really love to know your feedbacks and opinions in the comments section down below. Like, who is the hero unit that you are actually targeting right now and you are actually going to be happy to lock into them. And that's it. See you guys in the next video. Well.